Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Alex. I'm a real estate investor, and today I have a call for you guys. That was actually a one call close. This was a PPL lead, so paper lead service. This was actually need-to-sell-my-house-fast.com, and just basically took them through the whole process. This was a motivated seller, and this happens once in a while. So you get the one call closes, and here you guys can kind of examine it, and you'll see the different like stages and compartments and things we're going through just to get all the information, and then just walking through the whole process here. So you'll notice that there wasn't a ton of fight at the end, and I think that is two reasons. One, they are obviously motivated, but two, also the better and better I get at closing, or just better on the phones in general, the less work I have to do, the less fight they put up at the very end of the call too. In my mind, I attribute that to a couple things, just confidence, tonality, certainty, and you having a problem or you having a solution that clearly solves their problem. And the better you can frame all those things, the less fight they're going to put up at the very end. And then there's also tons of things here that I could have totally done better, like with the price and everything too. So we'll talk about all that. But without further ado, we can get into the call.
Hello.
This is Cooper.
Yes.
Hey, Cooper. Alex Perkins calling. I just got the information you sent over here on Rex Road. But did I catch you at a bad time here?
Yeah, you're on the East Coast?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay, it's all right. I'm already up.
It- Are you on the West
Well,
Coast?
what company is this?
This is
What?
AEO. Yeah. This is AEO. We just got the info that came across our desk. I'm actually one of the underwriters, and we're looking at a couple of stuff right now. So I wanted to touch base with you as soon as possible. Um,
Got it.
but
I think it was actually like 5:45 a.m. his time because I was calling him like 8:45 a.m. my time.
is this one? I guess here I'll tell you about how we operate, and then from there you can tell me if this even makes sense to continue. Is that fair enough?
Got it.
Okay, cool. So we're always just trying to do one of three things here. The first, we do buy stuff cash, basically flip it. But just like any other legitimate investor there, we do have to buy that stuff at a discount. The second thing
Of
we
course.
do, we also buy stuff on terms. This is more people who really don't need the money right now, just trying to maximize purchase price, maybe get some passive income. Or third, like I said before, we can only buy about three a month. If we're not the right fit, more than happy to help in any other way we can or point you in the right direction. So based on that, would any of those provide value to you?
Um,
So essentially, right there, just giving them the upfront contract for the conversation. So this is something that Alejandro, or the owner of the company that I work for, really likes, and I can see why for sure. It just sets the rules for the conversation and sets the expectations. Maybe is a better way of saying it. It's like, hey, we're not here to buy stuff full market value cash. Like that's not how investors work, and that doesn't exist. So we need to do one of two things here, or and then like kind of like a little pull away. Like if we're not the right fit, man, more than happy to help in any other way we can, and put a little scarcity in there too, like because we actually only can buy a certain number a month. So whatever number that is, you could just say it too, and it kind of induces a little bit of scarcity into the mix, which is effective and true. So why not use it?
yeah, I know I was gonna, negotiate a price at a discount, probably about 66%, probably around there.
Okay, 60, 66. So what's the story on this property? It sounds like
So he said that, and I was like, oh, okay, this guy gets it. This guy understands. So now I'm trying to like scramble and comp and talk to him at the same time, which I really don't like to do, to be honest with you. But I do it just because like I hate comping every property before I call the seller because there's such a high chance that they just don't answer, and it's like, what? That was all wasted time. So then you kind of play this game where you're like trying to comp and also have a conversation with them. But the challenge there is that you can't be a 100% closer and a 100% underwriter at the same time. Like your brain power is then split. So the challenge. But that's what happened here. That's what I was doing. I was trying to comp and talk.
You're not living there?
No, it's a rental property right now. Just I want to buy another piece of property, so I've had it for a while. I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and try to see if I can get something else.
Okay. Why
I've been
why
looking at
sell this rental to buy another?
because it's just an investment for kind of farmland. I want to get into farming and get into like open land.
Mm,
So there's another piece of property that I'm looking at.
okay. That other one that you're looking at now, are you like under contract or just want to you're kind of in the beginning stages?
No, just beginning. I want to sell this one and then just go ahead and fly over to go see it and then go from there.
Cool.
I
Awesome.
already
Awesome.
have. I've been talking to another real estate agent just to kind of get things rolling and seeing how, getting information on it for a while. So,
Mhm. For sure. And why not just list this one with a realtor?
just because I can get that money. I've had my money out of it. I got it for cheap. Got my money out of it and some. So, and what else? Just been. I just know, it's just going to be that much more work and try to get some other stuff into it. So,
Right.
wait, go back and forth. But there's a piece of property that I kind of have my eye on. I'm like, all right, let me just get
For
some.
sure. Mm, okay.
But I bought. If you look at the history, I bought the house for cheap, like 45,000.
Oh
And
wow.
then yeah, I bought it for 45,000. I fixed it up a little bit, and then put renters in there, and it's been a renter for like 6, 7 years, at least 7 years probably.
Mm, okay.
7, 8 years maybe.
They treating the property decent?
Yeah, it's decent. They just, they probably got to cut the brush around it. There's some stuff that grows probably in a distant garden away from it, and then just I don't know. I haven't seen it since probably COVID, but they like it grown because it kind of blocks everybody else around
Mhm.
from seeing them. You
Yeah.
know.
Yep. And so I should assume just like kind of like kitchen, bath, carpet paint, freshen up on the inside.
It doesn't. It doesn't really need it. I did the kitchen and bathrooms, and
For you guys from having to listen to the condition and stuff like that, and him sending me pictures. But that's what happened. He's like, oh, I did XYZ, ABC, and he texted me some pictures while we were on the phone. I asked for that. So that's another little pro tip too. If you can get them to send you the pictures on the phone right now, because there's way too many times where it's like, okay, it's a good conversation. Once you send me those pictures, I'll have a better idea, and then we can take the next step. And just like time kills all deals. Like, why? There's no reason to wait. You got the pictures on your phone right now. Okay, cool. Text them. And then they like forget, and you have to remind them, and then you kind of look like desperate when you follow up 10 times, and then they're annoyed. So just get them to send you them on the phone. And I think Zillow was like 309 on this property. So this dude stole this property at 45K. Man, he got a deep discount. He did good. However, he did that.
Buying some land, I'm sure you're kind of looking at what price range you need out of this deal. What is that
yeah,
number that needs to happen for this one?
uh, probably something that starts with a two. I'm open to because everybody has to make money. I understand. I was
Mhm.
about 200,000, 207 maybe, so
Okay.
that I can try to walk away with around two.
Okay. By the
Maybe,
time you pay your closing costs and stuff, you walk away with about 200 flat.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Don't you guys kind of pay that on that end?
Sometimes, yeah, it kind of depends on the program that we do. If it's just going to be like our cash offer program, then most likely we'll probably end up paying it. But
Got it.
again, it depends on the program we choose here.
Yes, sir.
I did some just really fast punching the calculator while I was looking around while you sent me pictures and stuff, and the calculator spit out, and I got to get this approved with my boss. He's in the other office literally right next door to me. It punched out about 180 is what we could approve this thing for. I mean, if I do talk to him and he says, "Hey, we need to be at 180," is that a deal killer for you?
Mm, yeah, a little bit more.
Okay. Like what's your like just drop dead, like don't even waste my time number?
Mm. Mm, I would say about 190, probably.
Okay. So at this time, got the condition and everything. It's probably a deal at 207, to be honest. Maybe it's kind of close to 207, but this is something I like to do to just test the waters and see where they're really at on the price. He's like, yeah, I need 207, so I'd clear 200. Um, so what happens if we're at 180? But you kind of got to do that in a way that's like, hey, this is not my offer, just so you know. And there's like 1,000 different ways to do that. But just so they know, like, this is not my offer, but what happens if somebody else offered this? Like, that's one way of doing it. I see other investors buying in this range. If my underwriters took all this time, did XYZ, and they came back at this number, if they came back at this number, what would you say to something like that? Just some setting it up like that, just testing the waters, and they'll tell you basically how firm they are on that price. In this situation, yeah, you dropped $17,000, right? So um, that was worth it. That was good. And then other little note I had too, just at this whole time, you want to be kind of collecting data, collecting ammunition, and you want to essentially be taking that information and putting it in your back pocket. So you want to take a note, like, why didn't he want to use a realtor? Well, he didn't want to deal with the fuss, the headache. He's got this other piece of property that he's not under contract, but he's got his eye on one piece of property. So the clock's kind of ticking. Somebody could come in at any time and swoop that up. So he's trying to get this cash and get that property purchased. So he doesn't really have time to mess around with the realtor. He doesn't want to put in the energy, the effort. Like he said, he already made his money on this property. So right now it's about speed and convenience, and there's a new investment for him. So really understanding where he's coming from is going to be really crucial. So you continually collect that information and ask questions until you do feel like you understand. So now you have that grasp. And lots of times I like to repeat it back to him. In this situation, it looks like I didn't, or maybe I skipped over it when I was skipping through the condition. Um, yeah, so I like to repeat that back to them, and you can say like, is this everything, or is there anything else that I'm missing that's important to you? And that's a really good line too. So also no freebies. I know you guys are all out there be like, we'll pay closing costs, we'll do everything XYZ. Don't give that out as a freebie. I don't like to do that. Even though we do pay closing costs like literally every single deal, you don't want to just like throw that out there, because if you just give it away for free, then it has no value in their mind. So they use it as a negotiating tactic. Like they want this closing date. Well, okay, I don't know. Like, would you absorb my closing costs or whatever? XYZ. If they get something, you get something in return, and that's just one token that can help you, right? Closing costs, inspection period, closing date, access to the property, like the amount of pictures and stuff they give you. These are all like bargaining chips that are useful if they do want something. I apologize, the video is all messed up on this one, but all I was saying was essentially got the four pillars right: motivation, timeline, condition, price, and now we're going to start to get into the closing sequence, or getting the additional information on decision makers and things like that. So that's going to be what's on the next call. So hopefully you guys took something from this video. Hopefully you guys are able to hear what it sounds like going through the whole process with somebody who is really motivated, right? So honestly, our lead managers from the Philippines could have closed this guy. So it's not like this was a really hard close, but it's a good example of what somebody who is motivated sounds like. And when you have a solution that fits their problem. It's easy. They just need somebody to come in with confidence and say that I can get this done. That's really all they need. So that's all you had to do. And like I said, hopefully you guys took something here that you can use in your own calls, and I will see you on part 2. If you took something from that video, there's a good chance that somebody you know might benefit from seeing it as well. So don't be selfish. Share the love, send the video around, give it a like, give it a comment, help this get out to more people, because my goal is honestly just to help people and help them accelerate their own journey. So if you can help me do that, I'd be very grateful. Also, if you have leads that you need closed, I'm the guy. In the description, there's a hot lead form submission. It's a Google form. It's fairly simple to fill out. If you've got a lead that is motivated, ready to make a decision, and you just need somebody to come in and close it, let's do it. Fill out the form. Let's make some money together.